What's up, everyone? 1 second. What's going on, everyone? What's up, some guy? Hold on. Let me see if... Alright, I'll just go like this. What's going on? What is going on? Oh, man, that was a tough one. Who's in the stream? Announce yourself. I'm on mobile, so I can't really see who's in here. So write something in the chat, and we will start discussing. What's up, Liam? How you doing, brother? What's up, Mo Savage? How are we doing? Did you two watch the game? Did you guys see the game? Who are you rooting for, Liam? Obviously, I was rooting for Tottenham. You were rooting for Liverpool. Why are you a Liverpool fan? What makes you a Liverpool fan? Liam, me as well, brother. It was a very tough game to watch. So overall, it was a pretty boring game. You have a goal in the second minute, which we'll get to. But overall, just like a very unentertaining, not only unentertaining, it just wasn't, no one really looked to be in their top form. Eriksen was sloppy. I mean, the trio of Firmino, Salah, Mane was just uninspiring. Came back from injury, was just nowhere to be seen. Dele, I haven't seen him play that poorly in a while, and he hasn't even been that good this year. It looked like at one point in the first half, you would have, Spurs held the ball a ton, but it just almost looked like, at one point in the first half, it looked like Spurs were trying to score on Lloris. Like, every single thing was backwards. I don't mind turnovers if you're attacking and you're being aggressive, but when your turnovers are... What's up, Brooks? Thank you for joining. But when your turnovers are just like passing the ball around the park and kicking it out of bounds, and eventually Liverpool pressures and Hugo boots one out of bounds, that's just... I'd rather you just kick the ball forward and see what happens. So, but let's get into it, what I thought about the game. Let me sit up here. Kane definitely wasn't at Tom Ford, neither was Dele. Yeah, I mean, that was a decision by Poch. He knew their form. Obviously, looking back, it's easier to say. I probably would have brought Kane off the bench. Maybe have Lucas start, have more energy to begin with. But the thing with Kane is he needs one chance, right? So if we happen to, in the first 10 minutes... What if we had won a pen in the second minute, and then you have Kane in there and he can score? So, what's up, Mr. Nuke Man? What's up, TY? Thank you guys for jumping in here. But yeah, obviously looking back, Kane off the bench would have made a lot of sense. And let me just speak to kind of what happened and why I think it was so crucial that Liverpool got that goal. What's going on, Hayden? What's up, Dallas? So, Liverpool wanted to defend from the start. And their strategy is, we have a really good goalkeeper. Alisson played pretty well. We have an incredible defense who can get up and attack, but Van Dijk is just superb. But really what they want to do is they want to sit Henderson and then just counter. And they can with that top three with Salah, Firmino, and Mane. And so once they score in the second minute, it's really tough because all they have to do at that point is sit in and counterattack. And it honestly surprised me it wasn't 2-0 earlier in the game. The Origi goal was, I mean, I just don't think Tottenham was scoring at any point. It was crucial to just really put them away because they pressured a little in the end, but we never got creative. We never had a real chance. Lucas had a toe poke on a horrible shot. Son was he was pushing forward, but there's not. I mean, when your best option for trying to push for a goal is bringing in Llorente, that's just never gonna turn out very well. So I will say Liverpool was one of, if not the best team in Europe all year, except for, City had that crazy run at the end and they took the Prem. But overall, Liverpool did deserve to have a trophy this year. So I think it's a fair play to them. Um, Tottenham had a great season for not signing anyone, for all the injuries that, they experienced throughout the year. To push through and make the final is a major accomplishment. Now, this summer is tough for Levy and all the decision makers because they have to decide if they can keep Poach. They have to decide who are they going to pay money for. They already put a max bid out, or sorry, a record bid, 55 million for some midfielder. Um, but where do you improve? You need a better right back. Trippier was special in England this summer, and then when he got hurt, he never really returned to form. And then let's see, Rose at left back, he's fine to me. Jan is getting old, so is Toby, but they're still serviceable for 2 years. Hugo in the final is just, he's got to save that penalty. He really does. He's there, he jumps it, and I think later in the game maybe he does. He didn't seem locked in until the second half. What else? How can Tottenham improve? Bringing in a strong midfielder. Sissoko was really good this year, but long term, there's better options. What do you do with Dele? Dele's supposed to... No, Adam, definitely should not expect him to save the pen, but you're a world-class goalie. You're a top... I mean, you have De Gea, Neuer, is he even a top goalie? Alisson, you're a top 5 goalie in the world. You guessed the right way. It's kind of hit at your face. It's not you're expected to, but once he's there, I expect him to make that save. I really do. And I want high expectations for my players versus something like Karius last year in the final. X Vendetta says Tottenham didn't deserve anything this season. I mean, they played a great season. They stayed in the top 4. They fought through to the Champions League final. Liverpool deserved to win a title. There's no doubt about that. But, I mean, saying Tottenham doesn't deserve anything is interesting. I mean, Son did what? I don't know what you're talking about. They need to bring in a new midfielder who has the same technical quality as Eriksen. I mean, I don't want Eriksen gone by any stretch. I just think maybe a replacement for Sissoko or some more depth off the bench would probably bode well for us. Ethan, the score was 2-0 Liverpool. Salah scored in the second minute off of I mean, unbiasedly, I would say it's a questionable handball. I don't think it's the wrong call. I think that it's kind of similar to what happened to Kane at the end, right? Kane pushed through the box. He gets shoved off the ball. There's no call. And I think that's the right call. I think that could have been easily the same thing. If there's no whistle there, VAR, there's no way they're going to overturn that and call it a penalty. Play on. I think we get a much better final, especially if they don't call that penalty, because what that penalty did is that it let Liverpool sit in, it let them counter, it fell straight into their game. Aiden says, I've seen Wanks with more talent than Dele tonight. I agree. Dele was horrible. Winks coming back from injury, we thought he was going to be more inspiring. He didn't do anything. GFX says, good game, boring game overall, but now Arsenal are going to think they're better than you. Anyway, good game, you'll never walk alone. I think it's gotten to the point where Tottenham keeps finishing above Arsenal. I don't think we really concern ourselves with Arsenal. They can talk their crap, but we're not worried about the opinions of sheep. Dennis says, Liverpool play Tottenham Spurs like toys. I'm interested to hear why you think that. I know that possession isn't a true indicator of the game, but I thought overall chances-wise, Tottenham had more chances. Liverpool probably had 1 or 2 quality Tottenham probably had 3 or 4. I don't know. I don't think that either side was extremely dominant. I think that Tottenham deserved better, but not to win. So, what do I think about Son's play? MC4 says. Son was. He was. Once he got settled, early he was not good. But once he got settled, I thought he was pretty effective. And he was pushing. He was one of the best players for us today outside the back four. Connor says Hugo is overrated. He's not overrated. He just seems to, in finals, it takes him a while to get his feet set. Dash asked, what do you think about Alisson's performance? I thought Alisson is honestly probably the man of the match, him or Van Dijk. There wasn't anyone offensively who stood out. Henderson normally is the one who would win a man of the match in a game that was like low scoring, slow, if you control, but he wasn't superb. I really think it goes to Alisson. He made some big saves. He looked sure the whole game. I would give it to Alisson. I actually don't know who won. Does anyone know who won man of the match? Drop it in the comments section. I haven't seen it yet. I walked out after the game. Do I think it was a handball? I just kind of talked about that. Do I think it's a handball? I think the call was correct. I think that it could have gone on, though, no problem, no call, and play on. No one would have really been complaining about it, obviously because of the way it finished. With it being such a crucial part of the game, it's going to get a ton of replay. Alex says Virgil won man of the match. That makes sense. I don't hate that. AKA Daddy says you should make a clan for Fortnite and other games if you want. I would be interested in making a clan for esports. I'm interested if you guys think that you could play. Yeah. Van Dijk won man of the match. Mr. Nukeman says, forgot that Milner almost scored. It's funny. When I was watching, obviously he missed by this much right outside the post. But I don't think that... I was never worried that was going in. Obviously, I should have been. But, yeah, that was a quality chance. I would say that was a quality chance. Salah had a half chance. I mean, it was a quality, but he didn't do much with it when Jan or Toby blocked it. The pen, Origi... outside of that, they had a dangerous cross or two, but Hugo dealt well. Corners I liked from Liverpool. But I just wouldn't say it wasn't an overwhelming victory. It wasn't a dominating victory. Let's see. Why do you think Origi starts on the bench? Because Origi is, he's that spark. He's the guy that comes in and gets the goal, just like he did tonight. He's not going to control play. He's a change of pace. It's a good role for him. Cyrus asks, what do I think about Trippier? I think that it's time for him to move on. He played amazing in the World Cup this summer, had a great free kick, but he got hurt, and he never came back to full form, and it just didn't seem like he's the perfect fit for Tottenham. Let's see, what other questions? Robertson shot. Good call, Adam. Robertson had a nice chance. Like I said, these are what we call half chances. I wouldn't call... They're quality, but quality is a tough word. These are half chances. So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not even saying Tottenham had a bunch of quality chances. What happens if Poch leaves? That will not be good for us, that's for sure. Trent had a shot. It wasn't on goal. It was a nice shot. Man City needs a new left wing. Alisson was underrated. Eriksen's free kick was a good chance. Totally. Do you guys want to see the new Real Sports phone cases I just got delivered today? While you guys are here, let me show you them. They are... I think I'm going to I got 3 of them ordered. I think I'm going to give them away. So this is a Samsung S8, I believe. This one is a iPhone 8, and this one's an 8 Plus. So I am going to probably give these away either one of two things on a YouTube live stream. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, or on my podcast, which is going to be dropping on Tuesday. Yeah, I know. Is it iPhone X and X Plus? Yeah, I think you're right. But I have them in other sizes, so we'll see. Would you have liked if Morse would have started over Kane? So VFG asked that question. Thanks for joining in. I would say that obviously looking back, it's easy to say who should have started. I would have brought Kane off the bench, but it's 2020 vision. If Tottenham gets a penalty in the first 20 minutes and Kane's not there to score it, then, you're having the same conversation. Ladlord says, how do you support a franchise this bad? Because you like a team and you root for them. It's not that complicated. You don't just pick a team based on how good they are. So I've been rooting for Tottenham for, kind of since European football was brought to the States, and I'm going to support them. It was a tough loss, and I don't know what to say before that. Kane should have subbed out, but he's still the best striker, so why not start him? Yeah, I don't disagree with any of that. Lucas was hot. He came on. He looked all right. PP Knocker says, tell me when you said, come on, you Spurs, and tried to act British. I'm not trying to act British. I was just rooting for my team. Kane was hurt, though. Hasn't played since April. I know. I said I would have loved to bring him off the bench. My Instagram is jsettleman23. Throw me a follow. Are you guys excited? So since you're here, you can go. Okay, I have a question for you guys. So my podcast is brand new and it's starting on Tuesday. How do you want to listen to it? We have Apple, we have Spotify, and then we'll have another source for Android and other options. So Apple, Spotify, or Android option. What do you guys want to see the podcast hosted on? Put it in the chat. I'm seeing some Apple. I'm seeing some Spotify. This is all good information. So I appreciate the feedback. And then just to give you guys a heads up, since you're in the stream, I will be doing a Monday mailbag tomorrow. On Sunday, I'll post it, and you'll be able to put your questions that you want answered on the podcast. So if you guys know, it'll be an Apple podcast, so it'll be free. It'll be free to listen to no matter what. So you guys definitely won't have to worry about that. But we'll be talking NBA Finals recap. We'll be talking NBA free agency. But what other types of stuff would you guys want to see on the podcast? And if you're a super fan, you can actually go find it in Apple Podcasts right now. It is up on Apple Podcasts. Nothing is posted yet besides my introduction, but you can go hit 5 stars and subscribe. Stanley Cup Finals, we can talk briefly on that. Game 3 is tonight. Series is tied 1-1. Kevin Durant ain't going to the Knicks. He is. Thank you. Ladlord says, I died when someone thought San Antonio Spurs when I said, come on, you Spurs with this jersey. Yes, that was funny. Neither is Kyrie, KD, AD. We'll say it all summer till it comes true. Have to speak that into existence. If you guys haven't, please do me a favor. Like this video. Subscribe to my channel. Real Sports Fam. Thank you very much. This is a sad day for me. We lose to Tottenham, the Champions League final. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a tough game. My Insta isn't popping up. Here, let's see if I can comment it. How do I don't think I can comment. RJ finna be fire with the Knicks having KD. That's gonna be a nice duo. Ussie asks, am I a Liverpool fan? Yes, clearly I am a Liverpool fan. No. Son was carrying the team. Yes, he was. What's up, Dominator12? Thank you for hopping in here. My Instagram is jsettleman23. Why Tottenham? So me and my brother are big soccer fans. We both played soccer. And Dempsey played on the U.S. national team, obviously, and played at Tottenham when we were younger. So thank you, Nick, for dropping that. So we just wanted an English team to support for the past 8 or 10 years. So we stuck with Tottenham. There's been good years. They had Bale. That was a lot of fun. Kane was special. But yeah. William says, with Kyrie, what's your opinion on DSJ? I would say DSJ would make an amazing backup point guard. He could probably also play the 2 in kind of a small ball lineup. I just really think if they get Kyrie and KD that we're going to trade for AD, and we'll have to give up DSJ, Frank, Knox, Trier, Mitch, first picks, and Barrett. Fanatic Cray says, I'm Batman and the Knicks suck. That's pretty cool that Batman's in the chat. Clay to the Bulls. I will say that is the dumbest take of 2019. No offense. Cool. So we'll just close this stream with Shafiq ABC says, was that a penalty? I'll say it again. I think it's the correct call. I think that, unfortunately, if they had not called anything, they would not have overturned it. So I would have wished for them to just play on. But you have to make the call. It's the call that needs to be made. That's kind of just what it is. So thanks, guys, for joining me in the stream. Thank you, Real Sports fam. Tough day.